It has really encouraged me immensely driving down the highway and seeing a huge billboard. Want to know about Islam? Call 1877Y Islam. This is something that honestly I have never seen any campaign at a national level that is more outreaching and more beneficial than this campaign at Da'wah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه من استنى بسنة يوم الدين أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا واجتنابه اللهم إنا نسألك خير ما سألك رسولك نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ بك عبدك ورسولك نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your host, Imam Jawad Ahmed, informing you that we are now entering the last 10 days of Ramadan. As you know, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, entering these last 10 days of Ramadan, these are the most virtuous months, the most virtuous days and nights of the month itself, because we search for Laylatul Qadr. Allah has mentioned that in the Quran in Surah Al-Qadr, إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. That the night of power, the night of Qadr is a night of power, which is better than 1,000 months. That is 83 years of ibadah and some months. So imagine one night of ibadah, we do stay up all night. That is the value or equivalent to 83 years of ibadah. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Muhammad and the Ummah of Muhammad through this Laylatul Qadr. There's a story behind it. And the story is that the Sahaba, Ridwanullah Ajma'in, they came to Rasulullah and said, Ya Rasulullah, how can we compete with the previous nations, previous the Ummahs that came before us? Look at Nuh alayhi salam. Allah mentioned in Surah Ankabut, Surah 29, about Nuh alayhi salam that he lived for 1,000 years minus 50. إلا خمسين ألف ألف سنة إلا خمسين عاما. So therefore 950 years just for Nuh alayhi salam. So if Nuh alayhi salam lived for 950 years and the people who lived amongst him were living like hundreds of years, like somebody, you ask them their age, how old are you? My age is 650. How old are you? My age is 387. Imagine these hundreds and hundreds of years of ages, and they worship those who believed in Noah Islam and believe in Allah. Their worship is counted for hundreds of years. So, yeah, Rasulullah, what's going to happen to us? We don't live that long. We're so small. Our lifespan is small. Our age is small, short. We have a short time. We can't compete with them. So Rasulullah, he listened to that and he could not say because he does not, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ, he does not speak from his own soul. So then this Allah revealed this surah to him, إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. Night of power is better than 1,000 months, which is almost like 83 years, 0.3 years of ibadah. تنزل فيها ملائكة. On that night, the angels, they come, or Ruh, and Jibreel Islam, who's known as the Ruh, Ruh al-Qudus, Ruh al-Amin. He also descends on the night of power. Jibreel Islam does not come anymore on earth except on Laylatul Qadr. After Rasulullah passed away from this dunya, the job, the duty, the objective goal of Jibreel Islam is finished, the end, finished, zilch, nada. So he's not coming anymore on earth except to the believers on Laylatul Qadr. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, Jibreel alayhi salam, who came to all the prophets and messengers, who came to Rasulullah all the time revealing Quran, he doesn't come anymore. The whole year he doesn't come except in Ramadan, and only in Ramadan he comes in the last 10 nights we search, and not every night, but on the night of Qadr, night of power, night of Laylatul Qadr he comes. Don't you want to meet Jibreel, Ya Ibadullah, O slaves of Allah, O Ummat of Muhammad Sallam, Ya Ummat al-Islam, Ya Ummat Muhammad Sallam, O you, the Ummah of Muhammad Sallam and Ummah of Islam, don't you want to meet Jibreel? He's here, he's coming. Every year in Ramadan, in Laylatul Qadr, he comes. But there are so many people who spend their nights sleeping and snoring. And Jibreel is waiting up there in the heavens. Where is the Ummah of Muhammad Sallam? And the Ummah of Muhammad Sallam is this breed is sleeping. Especially this year, brothers and sisters. This year we are in COVID-19. We're in lockdown, in isolation. the massages are closed, we can't go to the masjid, so we can at least spend the Laylatul Qadr, Laylatul Qiyam, the night of power in our houses, in our homes. Stand up in prayer, remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is why we need to do this. We have to get this motivation. The biggest motivation is, I want to meet Jibreel, I want to meet Ruhul Qudus. تنزل الملائكة بالروح the malaika angels and descend and they make Ameen to the dua. So whatever we ask, Allah in Adul Qadr will be blessed to us. I remember, in conclusion, I say the hadith of Rasulullah. Rasulullah said in a hadith, beautiful hadith, he said, the majority of my ummah, أعمار أمتي لا يزيد 60. The majority, the average age of my ummah will not exceed 60. So if you're living above 60, you're already living on bonus years. These are added bonus years, because Rasulullah said, he passed away in 63 years of age. He's saying basically in this hadith that the average lifespan of the ummah, of the ummati of Muhammad sallam, is 60. Of course, illa mashallah, there are some people who die before 60, some die after 60, but he's giving a general idea that the ummah of Muhammad sallam will not be having a long age. We are a ummah of a Nabi who doesn't have a long age, so we won't be living long years, more than 100 years. We have a small time span on earth, and he said 60 years, majority of them will be there. Very few of them, illa qaleel, very few of them will go to 70 or 80 or even 90. Very, very few. Look at the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How many of us Muslims are in their 90s or 80s? Very few. Majority pass away before that. So if we have a small time frame, if we only have a 60 years, let's say, based on this hadith, and many die, death is inevitable. Death can come anytime. You can die even in your teenager years, in your shabab, in your youth. We're not denying that. We're not, rejecting that. We can die anytime. But if we are living, if you are alive, then remember, you have to plan your life. So in that 60 years or 50 years of life that you're living, you need to maximize your dividend, maximize your reward. And you can maximize your dividend by doing Laylatul Qadr. So please, brothers and sisters, let us motivate ourselves. Let us motivate our Iman. Let us motivate our children, our spouses, our husband, wife, children, family, everyone. Let's stay up this night, Laylatul Qadr. Let's stay up all the last 10 nights, especially if we are in lockdown at home. This is a grand opportunity. If you don't have to go to work next day morning, get in the car, get in the bus or train or subway. You are at home, so you can arrange your schedule. You can manage your, things such that you can enter, inshallah, stay up all night. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.